Hello and welcome to what's hopefully going to be an interesting episode. I'm taking my narrowboat to the city of Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire, which is also known as the Potteries. This is because it's famous as a centre of ceramic production, and the canal I'm on at the moment played a very important role in that. But I'll explain more later on in my journey.
You're right. Do you want to be in a video today? I'm doing a video.
The man walking along the towpath is called Mark. He watches this channel and he helped me get through a few locks a few days before. Now he's offered to help me get through another lock. By the way, the canal I'm on now is called the Trent and Mersey Canal, and it was built in the 18th century largely to support the pottery industry. It was promoted by this guy, Josiah Wedgwood, of Wedgwood pottery fame. He knew a canal would be a smooth and safe way to transport his pottery, which was more likely to get broken if it was transported on bumpy roads. If you look on the right, you can see the Wedgwood factory, although this is a newer one which opened in 1940. The original factory opened further along the canal in 1769, and it has since been demolished. I don't know if I've ever actually been to Stoke before. I've driven through it in my car before, but I don't think I've ever actually stopped here before, so I'm interested to see what it's like. I think I'm on the outskirts at the moment. There's just lots of housing here, but I'm hopefully going to be heading towards the city centre today. Loads of people walking along the canal today. I'm wondering if there's a football match on and that's where they're all going.
I've just asked someone, and apparently there is a football match on today, so that's where everyone's going. And apparently we're going to go past the stadium in a bit. I think that boat I went past there is called the Boat Cake. It's a boat that sells oat cakes, which are like a speciality of Staffordshire. I remember it was moored by Great Hayward Junction last year, and I went and got an oat cake from there. It was really nice. You can see a glimpse of the stadium through the trees there. I think that's where it is anyway.
Coming up on the right is the former site of Dolby Pottery, and the round thing you can see is called a bottle kiln. There used to be about 4,000 of these across the potteries in the heyday of the industry. Most of them have been demolished now, but there are still 47 left dotted around, and they're all listed buildings, which means they're protected.
I'm not sure how far I'm going to be able to get today because it's getting dark already. That's the problem with this time of year. Looks like I'm coming up to a lock now. I think I'm going to do one more lock and then more before it gets dark. The sun's setting now, so I really hope I can find somewhere to moor. I'm not used to going through cities. I normally go to more kind of countryside areas where you can moor in more places, so yeah.
This is where I ended up mooring, and I'm actually quite pleased with this spot because it's next to two more bottle kilns. These two are at the former site of Cliff Vale Pottery Works, where a company called Twyford made some of the world's first flushing toilets. I decided this would be a good spot to do a thumbnail for the video.
Just taking a photo, I'm not on drugs.
Now it's time to continue my journey. I'm aiming to get to the Emma Bridgewater factory, where pottery is still made by hand in Stoke-on-Trent today. The chimney here belongs to Etruria Industrial Museum, which used to be a bone and flint mill where materials were ground down for the pottery industry. The two women on the left of the lock are visiting from Thailand, and they seem quite interested in how the lock works.
So you basically put that on there. You can try and turn it if you want. Do you want to try and turn it? Yeah. Yeah. It's just like that. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to have a go or no? Yeah. No, it's not that hard, honestly. Don't worry.
The next lock is really deep, but I found a boater called Jason who's going to help me.
Thank you. I'm staying near the back of the lock because Jason has warned me that this particular lock has a tendency to pull boats forward quite a bit, which is what happened with the previous lock as well. He's doing it slowly for me, letting the water in slowly, which is good.
This is what the lock used to look like, by the way. It had a roof to protect toll collectors.
Yeah, a bit of a beast this one is.
Sorry?
A bit of a beast.
I know, that's what I thought. Yeah, I hate it when you get pulled forward and the ladder is just really big.
Yeah,
So
I don't like this one myself, but...
I was a bit cheeky, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I could tell you in a boat.
No, I'll help each other out. Yeah, no worries.
This is what the view from the lock looked like in the 1960s. It's where the original Wedgwood factory used to be. It was called the Etruria Works, and this bit of the canal is called Etruria Junction. These photos were taken during the demolition of the factory, and the roundhouse on the left side of this photo is all that now remains. I'm not going that way though. I am heading east along the Caldon Canal.
Yeah! That way, yeah. Yeah. That'd be amazing if you could. Are you sure you don't mind?
I'm going that way anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
This statue here is of James Brindley, the engineer who built the Trent and Mersey Canal. The Caldon Canal is a branch of the Trent and Mersey, and it was built to transport limestone from quarries.
a bit further so I can get to the Emma Bridgewater factory. Check the map, and the Emma Bridgewater factory is apparently just after the next bridge, so when I've gone through the next bridge I need to look out for it. Sorry? Haven't you? Never? Seriously? This is a very low bridge, even though I'm having to duck for this one. I think it's that building there, or maybe that's one of the buildings. There are some mooring rings over there, so I think I'm going to tie the boat up here.
I'm now going to skip ahead a few days to when I went on a tour of the factory. Anyone can book one of these tours, but I had to check in advance to see if I could film, and they asked me not to show anyone's faces. So that's why I've filmed people's hands. Emma Bridgewater is a relatively new ceramics manufacturer because it was only founded in 1985. It's based in an old Victorian factory which was previously used to make pottery, but it had become derelict over the years until it was restored by Emma Bridgewater. This isn't a sponsored video or anything like that, I just wanted to see how everything is made. I think it's interesting that ceramics are still being handmade here in Stoke-on-Trent at a time when a lot of manufacturing has moved abroad. I was also very interested to see this photo of a man called Ernie who worked on the canals transporting pottery materials. Amazingly, his granddaughter works at the Emma Bridgewater factory now, and one of the rooms is named after him. I'm hoping to find a canal-themed mug in the gift shop, but there don't seem to be any, which is surprising given the location of the factory and the importance of the canal in the history of Stoke-on-Trent. If anyone from Emma Bridgewater watches this video, I think you should make a mug with my boat on it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'll be back with more videos on the first Saturday of every month.